we link the question that the colleagues asked before, based on what Ben Bernanke said 2 days ago, that he didn't give a specific strategy, exit strategy from QE, and also from what happened in China, where the PMI index, the manufacturing index went down. So based on that, the Turkish stock market fell down, and then Europe. But is it possible that we have to depend in that way from the Federal Reserve and the China manufacturing?
No, I think, as I said very early, I've been worried about U.S. monetary policy because of, I don't think it's any of their business to try to prop up the stock market. And as you pointed out, they have not been clear on the exit strategy, and that gives you a lot of reason for concern. It is true that Marty Feldstein, he had a recent op-ed in the Wall Street Journal in which he said that the Fed's target is to use these purchases of bonds and mortgages to prop up the stock market, hoping that the additional wealth will lead people to consume more. Well, I don't see any of that, how any of that could go into what I call total factor productivity, or the nation's future productivity. And eventually these purchases will have to stop. What's going to happen? Is everything then going to fall down? And it seems completely ridiculous. It's something that has to be regarded as very temporary. And temporary policy measures were never effective. Japan tried temporary measure after temporary measure in the 90s. I would use those as examples in my undergraduate class to demonstrate how ridiculous policy could be.
But this could lead, this kind of politics, monetary politics, could lead like in inflation, or like what they call currencies war.
Well, I don't know about currency wars, but I don't really follow it. I'm not an expert on exchange rates, but inflation clearly, if this liquidity were let loose, then of course there would have to be inflation. So that's certainly a concern.
But the real risk is that when they withdraw this kind of operation, it's going to.
Well, yeah,
it's kind of a bubble, a new bubble.
I always hate to talk about bubbles. That's not a very scientific term, I think. But if Marty Feldstein, by the way, he used to be the head of the National Bureau of Economic Research, and so he's a sensible guy, and I found this view interesting, but then that makes you worry about what's going to happen when they stop doing those purchases, or when they have to suck them back out of the
double dip trend.
Well, but the U.S. economy is already in very bad shape. In my talks, I like to use a picture of real GDP per capita for the U.S. going back to 1947, and so a straight line through that picture until 2007 works very well. Suppose you extend that line to the present, and then continue drawing the actual picture. We're 12% or so below that trend. In 2008, 2009, we dropped, the U.S. dropped 11 or 12% below that trend, and there's been no sign in past business cycles or recessions, we would usually bounce back pretty quickly. That happened after the recession in 1982, which was quite extensive. This time, no.
But this is not a business cycle. This is more than business cycle.
Well, so that leads you to wonder what could be the problem. And to me, one of the issues is the build-up of debt would give you reason to worry about who is going to be taxed in the future to pay for it. The insight from the time and consistency literature is they're likely to hit the capital income, tax capital income more heavily, or try to reduce the debt by inflating more heavily. Those are the latter way of reducing the debt. That's what the Latin American countries have been masters of. I guess it's not inconceivable that some other countries also would try to reduce the debt by inflating more heavily than we have been used to.
What do you think? What in France? Your time is finished.
Okay. No, I was just asking what do you mean for inflating?
Well, so if debt